Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the rare and bold Cartier Tank Americaine XL chronograph. You can see this immense white gold Cartier tank chronograph and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and of course complete pricing details for this Cartier Tank Americaine XL chronograph. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. Perhaps it's fitting for a watch named after an immense weapon that this one is bold, big, it has presence, and if it truly is the Tank Americaine, you may as well call this the M1 Abrams for your wrist, and the watch has that kind of gravitas. First, because it has that kind of gravity. Entirely in white gold with massive lugs, you can imagine how much it weighs, as much as you'd imagine and then some because of the substantial clasp. Now my wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you can see at 52 millimeters from lug to lug, this watch with its gorgeous cambered slung white gold case uses up every square millimeter of my wrist, all the real estate, and perhaps even then some. If you look at the edge of my wrist, believe me, 16 centimeters is the lower limit for wearing this watch. If you want to go Cartier but big and bold, look no further. Now in terms of thickness, it's not a bully. This is still high horology with a Frederic Piguet vertical clutch integrated automatic chronograph movement. So from the back of its cambered sapphire case to the top, it's only 12 millimeters thick. You can see the lugs nicely rolled along its side, so it sort of has a tumble home towards the flanks that allows a dress cuff or a sleeve to easily ride up and over this watch. So it is appropriate for formal attire. 31.5 millimeters from 3 to 9, not inclusive of crown or chronograph pushers. Now you'll note that the watch does have a little bit of a camber to its case back form and a beautiful vaulted sapphire on its top that is both exceptional to behold and expensive to make. You'll also note that the strap is fixed by screws on both sides. This is the more secure way to affix a strap to a large, heavy, and expensive watch. No corners cut, no spring bars used, screws only. You'll also note that the strap is drilled relatively high into the lugs, the better to create an integrated aesthetic. You can see no daylight unless you really try at the extremity. It's such an integrated look that the watch appears all of a piece, almost like a continuous loop of luxury across your wrist. And that strap is spectacular. A beautiful dark monotone stitch navy blue. It's bolstered down its center with plenty of body to match the swell of the lugs with folded flanks, and it's paired with a large, heavy, and handsome Cartier single fold deployant buckle. Nice to have, both because it's gorgeous, but also because with substantial weight in its own right, it can counterbalance the heaviness of the watch head, such that if you like to wear your watch a little bit loose, this one's not going to have a tendency to capsize. But believe me, it has heft, gravitas, both literal and figurative. The watch is beautifully wrought, and you transition from the smooth, optically polished white gold of the lugs to the guilloche cut of the dial, and the guilloche is gorgeous, especially on such a scale, rarely seen. It's tall, it's narrow, and it's beautifully cut down to the smallest detail, immaculate, such that it holds up under a loop. This is at Cartier as you expect it. Stylized lacquered Roman numerals, a railroad-style minutes and seconds track. Let's start up the chronograph just so we can illustrate the concept. Countersunk subregisters beautifully rendered with a rose lathe undulation emanating out from the cannon pinion at center. Beautifully made, pure Cartier with a triple date at 12 o'clock. Now on the case back, we see a little bit of confusion. First, because there is a number which represents the case number designation within Cartier, an internal code 2894. Don't mistake that for the type of caliber in the watch. Yes, there is an ETA 2894 caliber out there, but this is a Frederic Piguet 1185. It's doing business as Cartier caliber MC206, and it's exquisite. Now, you've seen this caliber in the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak chronograph, in many high-end Blancpain, and the Vacheron Constantin overseas chronograph, so it's a true veteran of high horology. Thin, fine, one of the most significant modern luxury chronograph calibers. It has a 40-hour power reserve, smooth, unidirectional winding, and that's not universal. Some unidirectional winders have a wobble. This one is like butter, or I should say, like Rolex, with a column wheel for function selection and a vertical clutch for function engagement. When it starts, it starts smooth. When it stops without stagger, and it always resets precisely to the index at 12. You can see how it simply starts, no jump upon initiation. The vertical clutch also allows you to keep the chronograph engaged without any additional wear and tear on the movement. So if you like to have center seconds on your chronograph dial, you're going to find that this watch is quite pleasing because there is no additional hazard to the movement if you simply leave the chronograph running. Of course, gorgeous Cartier cabochon crown, beautifully cut, blue sapphire, and a gorgeous finish to the movement, which is unique to the Cartier. No Blancpain, Vacheron Constantin, or Audemars Piguet features this finish, but it's the standard you would expect from high horology. Under close examination, it betrays extensive evidence of hand finishing, something rare even within the realm of Cartier. You can see and you can purchase this bold and rare mid-2000s Cartier Tank Americaine chronograph with Frédéric Piguet 1185 vertical clutch column wheel automatic chronograph movement on our website.